Then the killers go inside and check, and that spirit kills them and leaves from there. When Kang comes and looks, there is nothing there. Meanwhile, Subori tells Wang and Kong about that spirit. The spirit's name is Sanyo. She was locked under the tree for 1,000 years. Kong asks, who was Sanyo? She was the king's servant. She is not a normal spirit. It cannot be told by looking at her whose body she is hiding in. Subori tells both of them to handle her, but both of them start making excuses. Then, Sunmi is in the office when Sanyo sends flowers for her. Sunmi is looking at them. Just then, her hand gets cut and her blood goes to Sanyo. Sanyo tastes it and calls it tasty. Kong then comes to the office, and seeing those flowers, he knows that Sanyo sent them, so he takes her with him. On the other side, when Wang is going, he sees Chan somewhere on the road. He is about to go to her when the secretary stops him and says, if you go to her, her problems will increase even more in the next life. Hearing this, Wang stops right there and looks. Then, Wang is at home and is thinking about Chan. Just then, Sanyo comes there. So Wang gives her an energy stone and sends her away from there. When Sanyo comes out, she meets the secretary. The secretary asks her, why aren't you smelling? Sanyo says, I changed my perfume. The secretary says, okay, and leaves from there. Then, outside, she meets Kong. Sanyo tells him Wang gave her energy stones. Kong takes the energy stones from her and says, I need this more. When Kong is going, Sanyo says, if I become Samgel, then Kong will be mine. Then, Kong comes to meet Wang and asks him why Sanyo came here. Wang says, Sanyo didn't come here. Seira came. Kong says, Sanyo is in Seira's body. Wang is shocked to hear this. On the other side, Kong brings the coffin to his house and says she will definitely come looking for it. After this, Sanyo meets Sunmi and is about to hypnotize her when Kong comes there and stops her. Then, he takes her to a place with him and tells her, I know you are not Seira now. You are Sanyo. You have come out of the coffin after 1,000 years, and now, what do you want? Sanyo says, I want to become Samjang and make you mine. From now on, you will protect me and obey my every order. Kong says, this dream of yours will never come true. Meanwhile, Wang tells Sunmi, another spirit has now entered Seira's body, and its name is Sanyo. Meanwhile, Sanyo tells Kong, I was locked up by deceit, and now I have come here to get married. The work that was left unfinished before, and I have chosen you as my partner. Kong says, this will never happen. I will never marry you. If you do anything to Samjang, no one will be worse than me. And Kong comes and tells everyone about Sanyo's wedding wish. He doesn't tell that Sanyo wants to marry him, but Wang still finds out. After this, Sunmi and Kong are together. So Sunmi says, I know that Sanyo wants to marry you. Wang has told me everything. Kong says, but I want to marry you. Sunmi says, think about it. If you marry me, then even after Gango comes off, you won't be able to leave me and go. Kong says, I don't want to go either. Then he tells Sunmi to make a new contract. Sunmi says, I will make the new contract after thinking carefully. Then Kong's head aches, so he rests his head in Sunmi's lap and starts to sleep. Sunmi wakes him up and then tells him go home and sleep and leaves. Meanwhile, Wang finds out everything about Chan. Actually, Chan's son was killed by someone. Because of this, Chan had stabbed that killer and the police had arrested her. Knowing all this, Wang says, Chan has got such a life again. Her son has been killed by someone and now she will die while killing the killer. Then Sunmi is in the office and Hanju is telling her about some property. Just then, Kong repeatedly comes there, kisses Sunmi and disappears. Meanwhile, Wang goes to meet Subori and tells him, I want to take Chan's punishment upon myself and free her from all this so that she can live her life peacefully. Subori says, this punishment will be very hard. Your life could also be at stake. Wang says, still, I will do this. Here, we find out that Chan had stolen a human child's spirit to save her child. That's why heaven had given her this punishment. That she would be born again and again. There would be many problems in her life. Pray for me. Then Wang goes for the punishment. An evil energy comes and hits Wang. So he completes that punishment with all his strength and finally faints and falls. Kong comes and picks him up, and Wang asks, have I completed my punishment? Kong says, yes, and now Chan is free. Because of all this, Wang's condition deteriorates and he loses his sight for a few days. In the next scene, Kong and Soon-mi are together. So Kong puts a ring on Soon-mi and asks her to marry him. Soon-mi also agrees to the marriage. Then Kong comes home and tells everyone, Soon-mi and I are going to get married. The secretary says, I will choose the dress for Soon-mi. Kong says, okay. After this, Wang is with the secretary and says, neither of these two should die. Then 2 days before the wedding, Soon-mi suddenly faints at home. And when she opens her eyes, she is in another place. Sun-yo meets her there. Actually, Sun-yo had used a censor to take her there. Sun-yo says, now, when we wake up, I will be in your body and marry Kong. Soon-mi starts calling out to Kong, so Sun-yo shows her the death bell and says, this is not a love bell, it's a death bell. If you go out from here, either you will kill him or he will kill you. Kong has Gango, so he will not kill you. This means you will kill him. Sun-mi remembers Kong's words, so Sun-yo shows her the coffin and says, now you tell me. Do you want to be locked up or do you want to kill Kong? Meanwhile, Kong comes to Sun-mi's house and seeing Sun-mi unconscious says, this is Sun-yo's work. And now I don't know where Soon-mi's soul is. PK says, if she was in trouble, why didn't she call you? Meanwhile, Sun-mi's soul gets locked in the coffin on Sun-yo's instruction. After putting Sun-mi to sleep in the coffin, Sun-yo enters her body. Seeing Kong outside, she asks, what are you doing here? Kong says, I was missing you, so I came to meet you. Hearing this, Sun-yo hugs him. Here Kong understands that Sun-yo is in Soon-mi's body. Meanwhile, Wang tells everyone, until Kong finds out about Soon-mi, he will behave with Sun-yo just like Soon-mi. The secretary asks, then will Kong have to marry her? Wang says, marriage is a later thing. First, tonight, Kong has to escape from Sun-yo. On the other side, Sun-yo starts getting close to Kong. Kong stops her and says, right now, you are worried that after Gango comes off, I won't find you pretty, right? Sun-mi says, our wedding is going to happen soon, and after that, everything will be fine. Kong then tells her to come out and goes out himself. Coming out, Kong remembers Sun-mi's words and says, Sun-mi, please come back and save me. Sun-mi's ring shines in the coffin. After this, Kong brings her home to meet everyone, where everyone wishes her. Sun-yo thanks everyone and starts showing her wedding ring, but Kong puts her hand down. The secretary takes Sun-yo with her to show her the wedding dress. PK says, she looks exactly like Sam Jong. Kong denies it and says, I don't think so. On the other side, Ice God is near the censor. Here we find out that Sun-yo had done all this with Ice God, and Ice God is helping Sun-yo because Sun-yo had helped him once in the past. That's why Ice God is now helping Sun-yo. Sun-yo had told him, when the censor's color turns blue, you should break it. So after this, Sun-mi will never be able to come out. Then Kong finds out about Ice God that he is helping Sun-yo. So he sends PK and the secretary to find Ice God. Then Kong is with Wang and says, as soon as Sam Jong comes back, I will cut Sun-yo into pieces. Wang says, you have to wait now. Both laugh while saying these things so that Sun-yo doesn't suspect them. Just then, Sun-yo comes there and says, I like the wedding dress a lot. Then Kong asks Yoon to drop Sun-yo home. Sun-yo says, today I will stay here and help with the work. So Yoon takes her with him to discuss the wedding. Kong is angry. Wang says, today you won't be able to escape her. Kong asks to sleep with Wang, so Wang refuses. Kong says, think of me as Chan. Wang refuses again, so Kong repeatedly asks him for help. Meanwhile, Yoon tries hard to stop Sun-yo, but Sun-yo still gets up and leaves. Yoon says, sorry, and says, I could only stop her for this long.